Hello, everybody. It's Max with Crypto Talk Now, and boy, am I ever glad to share some news with you with Terra Luna Classic. Without further ado, let's just jump right into what's going on. So, with that said, let's take a look right here with crypto bubbles. Believe it or not, let's do that first. As you can see, the standout player is definitely Luna Classic. It currently says about plus 47.6%. In reality, we saw as high as 55% pump for the day. For Wednesday, depending on where you're at, might be very well into Thursday. But nonetheless, that was very, very significant to say the least. On top of that, on my watch list, I saw Luna Classic, as you can see right here, 48% on 24 hours. 7 days is 131.92%, basically 132%. Heck, even Terra Classic USD, aka USTC, about 20% on that 7 day, about 14%. Excuse me. And remember Anchor Protocol, believe it or not, used to be paired up with what was formerly known as UST. Even that was doing all right? That was up a little over 10% earlier in the day. Even Terra 2.0, aka Terra Luna, that was not too bad, right? I mean, nothing super parabolic, but anything Terra or Luna related has been doing really, really well. I'm actually going to zoom in on Luna Classic. I want to point out a few key things before we get more into this. You can see right here, market cap went up. Guys, we're now into 1.5 billion. That is pretty darn impressive, this jump that we saw. And that's a verified market cap from CMC, not unverified. It is verified. 46.62% increase. Even on the volume, let's face it, people are FOMOing into it because that's just a reality of it. Do I recommend people FOMOing into anything? No, not really. There are exceptions, but they're very, very minute, to say the least. Bone is one that we talked about on the show. I know this is a Luna Classic video, but for instance, Bone, that was at the time that we talked about on the show is $1.60. 3 hours later, they went up to $1.90, and that's well past $2 now. So there is minor exceptions to the rule. I would say 95% of the time, not good to FOMO, right? But in reality, Luna Classic, people are definitely FOMOing in. Top of that, check this out. This is straight from Twitter, but you know what? Shout out to Alpha X50. Does a very good job of pointing out some key things here that I want to share with you. It says the third one is coming. What are they talking about? Well, if anything, a third pennant. Check this out. Bullish after bullish, right? I like this. As you can see right here, we had a pennant on the far left, pennant in the middle, about to form a triple pennant. And we outline some of this stuff. You don't have to be the most technical person to understand pennants. The other thing you don't have to be super technical on is to understand what is referred to as a cup and handle. And with Luna Classic, we recently saw within the last few days a double cup handle, right? That was the first thing we saw. And we see these pennants. We're gonna get a triple pennant? Are you kidding me? On top of that, check this out. You do see this. I apologize. I'm still not over what I got. That's why I'm hoarse. But nonetheless, it says same as Luna Classic. You don't have to believe it, but upcoming 10x USTC could very well happen. Again, it's not financial advice. I'm not a fortune teller, but we see the signs, and they did happen. We pointed out again the double cup and handles on the live show, pointed out the pennants, and you see it basically. So this one is USTC. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit more, and look at that. There's a far left side, a pennant. Second one, a way bigger pennant, right? Pretty interesting, to say the least. Yeah, it went from about 2.5 cents to approaching 3.2 cents roughly. It's significant, right? And we'll get more into the whole thing about the whole proposal about could USTC be something which will repeg to $1. We might do an actual future video. But it's a hot topic that's being brought up. There's proposals for it, so on and so forth. Pretty interesting. Next thing, Happy Caddy. You might look at Happy Caddy as being the bona fide ambassador, representative, where you want to call it, of the um, terror rebels. He's kind of like the spokesperson, if you will. If you don't know who he is, you should know who he is. Spokesperson, if you will, for just being a great ambassador, representing, like I mentioned, of the lunatics, or for instance, for Luna Classic. So he has this that he posted not that long ago, and I thought was just straight to the point. So shout out to him. By all means, follow him for latest Luna Classic info. He's been killing it since day one when it comes to coverage for Luna Classic. So he states hashtag Luna Classic utility equals use case equals volume equals price increase. Now check this out. He states burning coins will not simply make the price go up. We burn to reduce the total supply so we are not limited by our market cap in the future. Our focus needs to be on bringing back projects that left and onboarding new ones. Yeah, it shows the diamond hands. Some people are for that analogy, some people aren't. But straight to the point makes total sense. Now, we're going to kick it to the last part of this segment. Some of the key things I want to outline it. Shout out to, of course, Business 2 community. This was a fairly decent recent news headline when it comes to Luna Classic. Will all make sense in a little bit. So the headline reads, Terra Luna Classic price up again 22% higher at 0.000161. Not too late to buy. Not too late to buy? You call it a sense of like headline news FOMOing, okay? But whatever you want to call it, at the end of the day, check this out. It says a significant bullish run by Terra Luna Classic makes investors wonder where this coin may be going. Before the May crash, Luna Classic was the original token, as we know, of the Terra Luna blockchain. The new Luna token retained the name, therefore Labs changed it to the old token's name, Luna Classic. We know this for the most part, but there's a few guys who don't, and that's okay. Now, in regards to that V22 update for Luna Classic validators, check this out. Terra's gain is most likely due to the Luna Classic validator V22 update. The vote will pass, and the update will bring staking back to the network. Some of us know this, some of us don't. It's okay. But I'm trying to catch you guys up on some of it just in case you don't. It mentions, according to internet rumors, 69% of the population voted. The vote in favor of the V22 update gives the stalled project much needed momentum. Furthermore, the reintroduction of the staking feature benefits of Terra Luna Classic. Now, this is the original tweet. It says we should be very close to 66% of Luna Classic validators. It's a typo. Running the new software update V22, and basically it's just that. Orion Money. Again, if you've been following the technical aspects of it, Orion Money is always something that is mentioned when it comes to the likes of Terra Luna Classic. So Orion will upgrade its Terra Classic validator to version 0.5.22 in the coming days. Upcoming upgrade will enable that burn tax and a long expected Luna Classic staking, to say the very least. And again, this has been something which we heard about for the longest time. Now we're approaching the point where it could very well finally be done soon. A lot of us are focusing on that September 12th date, so on and so forth, right? On top of that, on August 26th, as we know, or some of you don't know, it's okay, Binance, the largest cryptocurrency exchange, announced that it would support the network update by suspending deposits and withdrawals until the upgrade was completed. We mentioned this briefly in another video. According to Binance's notification, it will not affect Luna Classic trading. On top of that, however, the community has long desired this initiative. The rising price and trade volume reflect the generally upbeat mood. Like just it mentions right here. Shout out to Terra Classic powered by Luna Classic, which is technically at Terra Classic TM. The first step to restore Luna Classic has been completed with staking transactions. Like we mentioned, next up is a 1.2% burns. Tax burns, I should say. We need all kinds of support in this process for Binance and do the Luna Classic USDT pairing, as well as Luna Classic / BNB, etc., right? We ask for support for the opening of trading pairs. Retweet and let our voices be heard. And it's just that. more people who do this, of course, it puts more eyes on it. It becomes something that's trends. Why wouldn't you want to do it? Especially if you happen to be invested in what? The Classic. Now, I'm not going to cover this whole thing with the Luna Classic now, but I'm going to state this. In regards to staking, supply and staking of Luna Classic, the supply total 6,904,260,444,463. Staked shows that bonded is looks like it's this amount right here, which is 454,921,527. I'm sorry, the other way around. Yeah, I ahead of myself on that one. But you see the amount right there, and of course the unbonded staking ratio is 7.088%. You get the gist of it. There's a little bit more. It says token holders had increased their stake by 120% in the last 3 days. According to Stake Rewards, the average yearly reward rate is 37.8%. And that's not too shabby, to say the least. You compare that to traditional finance, you're not even come close to that. Not even close. And that's nice, to say the least. So anyway, it says make it one of the highest staking rewards available. Yeah, absolutely. On the other hand, unsustainable rates remain a concern, particularly during limited liquidity. So that is worth mentioning. To further increase scarcity, developers have added token burning. Right, that's the whole point of burning. According to the Luna Classic burner website, more than 3 billion Luna Classic tokens have been removed from circulation. The procedure will help to reduce the amount that is currently in circulation. As a result, the value of the token rises. Absolutely. Now, we're going to read this part as well. I know a lot of it seems verbatim. I did skip over a few areas. This part I will read completely verbatim because I need to pound it home. Terra Classic's current price is 0.000164. Well, that's actually not true. Terra Classic's actual price is 0.0002,342. And guys, I get it. It will change by the time you get this actual video or read it, or sorry, view it at the time that it's released, published, right? But if anything, look at this. The volume was up significantly. We pointed that out. Terra Luna Classic opened the day at 1853, reaching a high of 0.00016130 and a low of what you see here. Hold on a second. Terra Luna Classic opened the day at okay. Sorry about that. Terra Classic has increased by 9.93% in the last 24 hours and nearly 22% in the last 7 days. Don't get that part where it says 1853. I do apologize for that. But check this out. CMC now ranks 211. I think it's even lower than that. To say the least. Yeah, 208. So we're doing way better on that ranking. And then again, if you didn't get to the part where you mentioned the 1.5 billion, are you kidding me? In that market cap? Anytime you get over $1 billion, that in itself is pretty amazing. And then on top of that, check this out. The circulation supply is what you see right here, which is 6.5, roughly 6.5 trillion. The classic coins, and the maximum supply is unknown at the now. Some key highlights, like we mentioned before, we saw a double pennant once here on the far left. We see another one that happened, and of course, you see what could happen here soon, right? And of course, here's some more details. Like you see, the Luna Classic daily technical levels. We're not going to get into that, but guys, nonetheless, I just wanted to share some of these key highlights with you. I know that we had that bad part with the whole $18 or whatever it was. They're going to need to fix that. But for the most part, your key takeaways should be basically, for instance, what you saw right here. I mean, everything Terra Luna related is just doing really, really well. Luna Classic, USTC, heck, even Anchor Protocol used to be paired with USTC. They even went 2% up since we first talked about in the video. And last but not least, Terra 2.0. I mean, it's worth mentioning. So, and then of course these things. Remember, I'm gonna reiterate just a little bit more. Pennants. When you see these pennants, you know, you can get the signs of what could possibly happen. And that basically did happen. Again, I'll reiterate. Double cup and handles, we first saw it. We talked about it on the show. If you don't watch the live show, by all means, check it out. It's a good show. And then, of course, what we see here with USTC. I mean, you literally see the signs. That's just the main takeaway I wanted to show you guys. So, guys, a lot to be excited with Terra Luna Classic. Yeah, we can be critical like we were recently with the last video. It says, for instance, was it doomed and so on. We're just trying to get people to understand, you got to look at things from every single aspect, especially when it comes to Luna Classic. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video on Luna Classic. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. And by all means, check out our live show, whether it's the Max and Larry show, or it's just me, or it's just Larry. Either way, it's Crypto Talk now. And it's a daily show that we have live. And of course, we have recorded videos. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. That live show happens to be 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. Like I mentioned, it's a daily show. But thanks again, like I mentioned, for watching. Jeez, that's not a real word. Watching. Anyway. Thanks again. You all have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.